and having those guys on the back line to protect the rim, I think is going to allow us to pressure the ball more.
You think that's going to lead to a lot more turnovers for you guys as guards?
Yeah, hopefully that would be, what we're striving to do. Turn teams over more and get easy baskets.
Thomas talked about how he's kind of improved laterally movements. Is that something you've seen from him?
Yeah, I think he's definitely improved as far as his lateral movement, and I think the biggest aspect where you see that is when he guards the ball screen. I think he does a way better job of getting out there and being low on his hedges and not letting that guard turn the corner.
In the gym, just trying to get better.
Are you fully? I know you're fully cleared now. Is that right?
Yeah.
I guess what was the rehab process like? What were some of the challenges? And kind of how do you view your health right now as far as how you feel?
Yeah, it was an everyday process. I had to do a lot, to get my ankle strength back. So I had exercises with that. I had to do exercises to get my single leg strength back, and then I had to do things to keep my conditioning up, so I wouldn't be, that much behind when I actually got back. So it was a tough process, but I'm glad I had, the support system around me, to be able to do it the best as I could.
What was the biggest thing you got out of the trip to New York? I saw your tweet about, trying to, make a positive influence on younger kids. I mean, everyone sees the pictures of you guys doing stuff at the Brooklyn facility, but you seem like a guy that maybe really took the service part of it pretty seriously. What did you get out of that?
Yeah, I got a lot out of it. We went to the Boys and Girls Club in Milbank in Harlem, and I got a lot out of it because a lot of those kids in those areas, I see myself in some of them, especially when it comes to the ones playing sports and things like that, and you just see the joy they get out of playing with you. I'm just glad that we had a chance to go in there and be a positive influence and impact lives like that.
How have you seen James come back from the injury? A lot of, I don't know how much you read or heard last season, but a lot of people said on TV, wrote that Indiana was better defensively without him. Asked him about that. He said he didn't really hear much of that. But how have you seen him kind of come back from the injury and defensively? I guess where
I'm extremely proud of him for how he's coming back from his rehab. I think he's actually came back stronger and faster, and I think you see that with some of his numbers as far as the strength and conditioning program. His like bench numbers has risen and his vertical number went up. So I think that's all a testament of how hard he worked, to get back with his rehab.
Were you surprised at all that Thomas just said, "I'm coming back"? Didn't even test the process?
Not really. With a guy like Thomas, he's very passionate. Cares about the program and us as teammates, us as family. So I think when we lost the way we did, and he had the role that he had, and he looked at the future role he could have. I think it wasn't really a big decision for him.
I asked James the same question, but with losing Yogi, a lot's being written. How does Indiana replace Yogi? Who's the point guard? Is the system set up to where that doesn't have to necessarily be one guy as the point guard?
Yeah, I definitely think so. Especially with the different skill sets that our guys have. I think there's going to be different point guards, different guys that bring the ball up. So I think we're just going to have to raise our level for the other things that he brought, as far as defense, leadership, and things like that. I think that's where everybody's going to have to coach.
I know Coach Green's pretty big on film, watching video, things like that. In the off season, did you study any other video besides Indiana? Like, did you watch other teams, NBA guy, anything like that in the off season to kind of get new concepts or ideas for what you want to do?
Yeah, I studied a lot of different guys. I studied some guys in college, some guys in the NBA. To just see the film and just to see the different reads and the things that they get in certain situations. I think that's really helped the game slow down for them.
James earlier about he spoke about this a couple weeks ago too, just having that chip on his shoulder, having that edge this year. You guys have had a couple weeks of practice now. I guess what kind of ways have you seen that edge maybe manifest on the court?
had really hard, a great couple of weeks of practice, and I think he's done a good job of coming to practice day in and day out and approaching it the same way. And I think that's the biggest place that you see that.
Are you seeing maybe a different side of James now that he had that second half of the year stolen from him with the injury? I mean, is he coming back maybe a little hungrier? I mean, have you seen that from him at all the first couple weeks?
That's really, like you see, he has a chip on his shoulder, and also just he's coming out a lot more focused day in and day out. He's locked into every little thing that we're doing. He's done a good job of being more vocal on the court, so I think that's something that's helping him as well.
Was he talking about this like all summer, all spring, just waiting for this opportunity to kind of get back on the court, back on, get cleared and actually run with you guys? Was that something he talked about, something he visualized, during the offseason?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, really a lot of talk about it. I think he realized what he would have to do for this team to be good this year, and I think he worked that way in the summer. I think that was the biggest thing on his mind, just trying to come back and really contribute and help this team win.
In your eyes, what does he have to do for this team to be good? What does James kind of have to take on his shoulders to make sure this team reaches its potential?
I think he just has to play within himself.
We got to move on
things that he does well. Be more of a leader, stay locked in and focused every day. I think he'll do that really well.
It doesn't just come from one person.